What's up, Starcraft fans? You are watching a co-op Mutation. I am CTG and we're doing Battle Hardened on Chain of Ascension. I played as Stukov. My masterpiece were Volatile Infested Spawn Chance, Apocalypse Cooldown, and Infested Infantry Duration. Let's go to the replay. My ally, Yuriprime, will be going in as Tychus. So, while waiting for the loading screen to complete, a big thank you to my Patreon patron, Zachary, who is supporting me on the Pulse Cannon level. It's a huge commitment and I'm extremely grateful. He gets early access to my content and priority on all content requests. But anyway, start the game, go look for our ally, and bring up the production tab so we can see what we are building. You can see that Tychus is already on the way for him. He will be out in about 3 minutes. I moved my infested colonist compound a bit closer so it's easier to repair. Because in the first part I will not go for immediate defense. You can see the missile just keeps hitting the infested colonist compound even when I uproot it. So I have no choice here. I really have to build bunkers to defend. A lot of you asked why I go for. I can see that the enemy's Zerg. If you do Alt T on the standard hotkeys, you will reveal if there is creep on the minimap. And if there's creep, the enemy's Zerg. There we go. So I go for a command center first. I know there are missiles flying toward our buildings, but the thing is, we don't really need to defend early on because our buildings have a lot of health, and if they go too low, we can just repair them. So it's not really critical in the early game to shoot down the missiles right away. It's perfectly fine to repair our buildings while we power up. You can see my ally has also gone for a command center first. We were both thinking the same thing, that getting our early economy is more important than trying to rush out defenses for those missiles. They are annoying, yes, but they're not showstoppers. They won't cause us to lose if we don't stop them right away. You can see both of our structures are in yellow. That is annoying, but it's not gonna destroy us as long as we get the bunkers out in time. You can see they are out in time, even though I started with the command center first. That means it's perfectly fine. And now Tychus is out. He's gonna clear out the enemy, like so. He missed those Zerglings. Would have been nice. But anyway, back to my view. I started a bunker on my side, and you can see I rallied my infested over to my expansion so that I can clear it out. I mean, I can always rally my infested here, but I don't see the point. I can just use the Apocalypse to clear them out. There's another wave here. Ally uses his grenade to great effect. Clear them out instantly. And now I can go for my expansion. I used the Broodling Infestation on that Spore Crawl, by the way, to help clear out the enemy. Starting an engineering base so I can get upgrades. I also start a bunker at my ally's mineral line so I can help shoot down the missiles. So for Stukov, I can go for offense and defense at the same time. To do that, I have my infested rallied to the next base, to the next enemy base on the map, whereas my bunkers themselves are behind my lines. And how that works is, you can see my bunkers spawn infested terrorists from time to time. These infested roam the map and just march forward, and any missile they intercept, they will shoot down. You can see it's walking the whole length of the map, and any missile it encounters, it will shoot down. Now this one won't do much, but later on into the game, where there are tons of infested going through, they will intercept a lot of missiles. You see the missiles? They're not getting through because my bunkers my bunkers ignore point defense drones. A lot of people suggested using missile turrets instead of, for example, things like widow mines and bunkers. The reason I went for those units is because they ignore point defense drones. Later on, the enemy sensed point defense drones that intercept our static defense. Bunkers ignore point defense drones, so they won't be affected. They can still shoot down the missiles just as effectively. And now you can see we triggered the first hybrid early, before 7 minutes. If you can see the timer over there. The reason is, if we activate them early, we won't get the huge second attack wave. And that's a big bonus for me, because the second attack wave is a bit tricky to deal with on this map in particular. That's why it's sometimes better to trigger the hybrid. So I have an Apocalypse ready. I'm just gonna lose that. I mean, it's already done its job, so it's fine. So now I keep saturating my expansion while getting these upgrades. The plagued munitions, which will increase the damage output on my infested. The anaerobic enhancement, which will cause my infested to leap at the enemy. Regenerative plating, which will allow my bunkers to heal faster in case they get attacked, which will not be that common in this game, since most of my bunkers are behind enemy lines. You can see that I started another bunker here behind my allies' refinery to help him keep his stuff alive. So I use my Apocalypse to tank for him and damage the enemy units. There we go. Now the enemies are clumped up nice and hard for my ally to use the storm and grenade combo. That'll get him a lot of kills for Nux. Look at that, 30 kills already. Stukov is Tychus already has 90. So he uses that medevac pickup to help deal with the hybrid. Now that one was a mistake. We didn't mean to trigger them that early, but it's fine since we still don't have to deal with the second attack wave. So now my allies taking care of that while I send my infested over to deal whatever damage they can. Still getting healing. You can see he uses the medevac continuously, not because he needs to move anywhere, but because he needs healing. Man, that hybrid dominator does a lot of damage to the Nux. You can see he's almost dead. I mean, he only has 500 health compared to the other outlaws, but still, that's a lot of damage. Anyway, I'm just getting a bunch of upgrades. This retinal augmentation, which will increase the range of my infested. Infestation level 1, so I can keep pumping out more infested. Ally's doing a wonderful job of keeping Nux alive, I have to say. He hasn't gotten a healer, instead gone for splash damage, which is great in my opinion. Endurance supplements. What does this do? Increases the life of Blaze, Cannonball, and Rattlesnake. He has neither of those, or he has none of those. Interesting, which means he does plan to get one of those. So he's asking for bunkers at his expansion. So I will happily oblige. Start a bunker over there, and we'll root another bunker close by here. Allies use the Odin, so he can splash down this entire wave in a single hit. Nicely done. Now you can see we are continuously supporting Janara.
Oh great.
While I'm continuously getting my infrastructure up. I have a Apocalypse ready, but I'm not gonna use it just yet. Okay, now I send my infested over to the Slight Elemental to help damage it down. Start more bunkers.
I suggest you break them out before they are devoured.
It's fine. I can just keep sending my infested. You can see the parade, the train of infested is now starting to be an unbroken line. They're continuously rallying here to shoot down this Slight Elemental. I also use the Alexander over here. You can see that I used the Viper to I might control the Viper and then use disabling cloud on these enemies so that they will be prevented from attacking. Yuriprime missed it. So unfortunate. I'll have to tell him exactly what I did. And what I exactly did is I stole his lunch. Like an evil person. So now I'm clearing out this enemy base so that it won't trouble us anymore. I use an infestation. I mean, I have it on cooldown. Toxic. I'm not being toxic. I'm not even playing as Abathur. How can I be toxic nest? So now, as I'm cleaning up this part, I send my infest over to the hybrid location. I mean, this will continuously damage the enemy, so that's fine. I use the Apocalypse to help my ally tank the damage. I mean, Cannonball is doing a great job of tanking, but more tanks won't hurt, right? Besides, it's getting itself 17 kills, so that's not bad at all. Well, got 17 before it died. Just fine. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. So now I get this upgrade, which will increase the effectiveness of my Volto infested. I use an infestation here to help my ally clear out and distract the enemy. You can see as Stukov, I'm going for both offense and defense. I don't need to clump my infested around Janara just to support. They will naturally march by here. They will naturally march towards here and support coincidentally. But they're also here for defense, so that any missile that comes they will intercept. You can see I've manually controlled my my infested, so I can snipe down the hybrids. You can see allies did a great job of sniping that particular nuke missile, but he didn't need to. I had that on lockdown. There's no one arriving from here. So my bunker has that. You can see it shoots down the point of defense just instantly and shuts down that one pretty hard. You can see my allies going for the bonus, like so.
Such troublesome creatures. Slay the last one when you have the chance.
So now it's time to really ramp up my production. You can see I got the last infestation upgrade to really up the power of my infested. There's gonna be another attack wave arriving here. This thing won't do much. It's just a turret. Little Tom. So I'll have to send my dudes over to intercept that wave. What I do is unload these bunkers, so I'll have a rush of infested terrorists ready to go, and I use them to just power through. They're just gonna destroy that attack wave easily. In fact, I mean, they will get fungled, and they will lose a bit of health, but it's fine, because after the fight, I can just rally them into these bunkers, like so. I should just shift queued them, so they'll go back inside and not expire. There you go. Yeah, they're just going back, and it'll be as if nothing happened. There we go. I'll lose these guys, but because of the timer, not because they were actually killed. And now I'm getting even more bunkers continuously. While that's happening, my ally is taking care of the bonus pretty easily too. He used the medevac pickup, and I guess he moved on to the next location. Don't know where that is. Oh, right in the middle. All right then. So I have the infested rally here, but I have these guys selected separately. I have these guys selected separately so they can snipe down. If you want to attack more than one place at once, you can micro Stukov's infested. It's fine. It's not against the law. It's not illegal. So now I get more bunkers as I approach to max out.
Your forces have encountered the enemy.
You can see my infested is trickling in continuously. If you look at the minimap, you can see there's an endless parade. 2 streams of endless parades even. So now we've cleared out that area. I move to the next location. You can see they will intercept this this nuke missile perfectly without even me noticing it. That's the power of Stukov. You don't need to worry at all about the missiles. He ignores all 3 mutators if you think about it. Because all he has to do to fight the missile command is to place a few bunkers around their base. And they'll intercept the missiles automatically. You can see my ally structures are in full health. That means our bunkers are doing a perfect job of bursting down the enemy. Or the enemy missiles that arrive. Ally uses Nux to storm those. Nice job. So now the last hybrids are arriving. Again, once again, I manually controlled these infested to clear out the buildings. As soon as this lag spike finishes, yeah, I clear out this set of buildings using my manually controlled infested, and use Alexander to mind control these broodlings and destroy the enemy. You see, they're continuously. I got 1 kill off this, got another kill off that, and it's helping tank for the for my ally apparently. That's good. That's with 3 upgrades too, so that's nice. Now I use that to clear out these buildings here. And now that I finish off the last hybrid, we can just continue supporting Janara as we full clear these last 2 buildings. Oh, there are a few more units here. Let me ask guys to take care of that with the help of my Apocalypse, which is 70 kills. That's a lot better. So when are we gonna play the mutation? What mutation? There wasn't any mutation. This was a regular map for Stukov. He doesn't even notice it. Alright. So with that, we're going to end this game. There we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else you do, please leave that in a comment. And let's wait for Tychus to go down. Rip. Alright. So you can see in the score screen that I had more than twice my allies' kills. I mean, Yuriprime is not a bad player. He's really good. You can see how effective he was, especially in the early game. He was clearing out the Zerglings left and right. He was also helping DPS down the hybrid using medevac pickups to keep his dudes alive. But at the end of the day, Stukov is just flat out better. Alright, see you.